Welcome guys, Betty here with Carblessly Delicious, where you can find inspiration for low-carb and keto-friendly recipes featuring these delicious St. Louis style barbecue spare ribs, meaty and cooked to perfection, bursting with flavor, super tender and falling off the bone. So let's get started, shall we? Here we have our St. Louis style spare ribs, which are meatier than baby backs and generally tougher as well. But when these babies are cooked to a perfection, they can be just as tender as baby backs, giving you the best of both worlds, more meat that's super tender and literally falling off the bone. It's all in the preparation, guys, and I'm going to show you step by step how to get it done. And after thoroughly rinsing and cleaning our ribs, we want to remove the midbrain here, the thin lining or silver skin found here on the back side of the ribs. Start by gripping the skin from one of the corners and then pull it back to tear it off. We want to also carve away any excess fat. We're going to use yellow mustard as our binder, acting as a glue to allow our dry rub to adhere nicely to our ribs. So let's go ahead and spread the mustard over our entire slab, covering both sides like this here. Now for a dry rub, I'm using this pre-blended rub, but you can easily create your own by combining in a bowl 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika for that smoked flavor, 1 tablespoon of dry mustard, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1 teaspoon of allspice, and you will have a delicious dry rub, my friends. Okay, let's go ahead and apply our dry rub. We can be very generous here, so go ahead and pile it up, guys. So what I'm doing here, I'm patting the dry rub instead of rubbing it in. This is what you want to do as well, making sure you don't neglect along the sides, my friends. We're going to flip her over and saturate both sides entirely with our dry rub. And look at there, you can actually start to see the seasoning melting down into the ribs, absorbing all this delicious flavor into your meat. Next, we're going to top our dry rub with Truvia brown blend, substituting the brown sugar that's commonly used in traditional recipes, but without spiking your sugar levels or having any adverse impact on ketosis as regular brown sugar would. And yet giving our ribs that same delicious flavors, guys, as it caramelizes throughout the meat and extract its natural moisture. Now flip your slab over and apply a generous amount of dry rub and Truvia brown blend to this side as well, making sure both sides are completely infused with all this delicious flavor. Once our ribs are completely covered with the dry rub on both sides, we're going to wrap the entire slab in foil and allow it to set in the refrigerator for 3 to 6 hours. Overnight will be even better, my friends, if you have the time, allowing the ribs plenty of time to really absorb all this flavor. hours later, let me show you how nicely the dry rub has settled into our meat. Oh yes, these babies are ready to go into the oven. And to keep our ribs from drying out, we're going to add a liquid braising into the foil wrap, which is a 1/4 cup of water combined with lime juice and lemon. This is going to help lock in the moisture, guys, and to prevent our ribs from drying out. So go ahead and squeeze the juice from 1 whole lemon. Pour it into our foil pack alongside both of the creases. Go ahead and reseal the foil tightly, just as if you were wrapping a gift. And she goes into our preheated oven set at 350 degrees for about 2.5 to 3 hours. Slow cooking your ribs on low heat is key to getting the most super tender ribs. Worth waiting for, my darling friends. Okay guys, back at the ranch 3 hours later, checking in on our ribs. Oh yes, she's nice and tender and ready for us to brush on our barbecue sauce. Then we'll place these beautiful ribs back into the oven. This time we're going to leave them uncovered and change the setting to broil. Leave them in just for an additional 5 to 10 minutes, being careful not to burn our ribs, but allowing just enough time for the sauce to caramelize and to seal real good into this meat. And look at here, meat is so tender it's falling off the bone. Just the way I love my ribs to melt in my mouth. How about you guys? Do you like it when your meat is super tender, or do you prefer a tougher bite? Let me know in the comments. Guys, the only thing about ribs being super tender like this, that it's best to let it rest for a few minutes before trying to slice to get a neater cut, which I didn't do for the sake of moving this video along. But look how effortless it is to cut through these babies. Also super tender, guys. So go ahead and munch out on these delicious St. Louis style ribs. Go right ahead, my friends. And most of all, my darlings, be blessed. Give this video a thumbs up and cheers to you in divine health. New videos are uploaded every week showing you how to modify your favorite dishes into low-carb and keto-friendly sensations. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and turn on your notification bell so you can stay inspired to eat healthy while you enjoy the food you love. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.